Hi, it's Sunday. How's everybody doing? I wanted to show you this blue metal um, bookcase I have. It folds up. I've had this bookcase for a long time. I have two of them. Let me show you the other one. Now, this is the bookcase all folded up. I've had these two bookcases since the end of the 90s. There was a store I went to all the time with my girlfriend, Caldors. I tell you, they had everything. I think these two bookcases, I don't know if I paid 25 each for them. I mean, it was really reasonable. I've had them all these years. I have other folding bookcases too, but they're not metal. But these have survived. I've had them outside. Um, the color's still pretty good. In fact, when they closed Caldors, my girlfriend's husband was laughing because we were so upset. Like, where were we going to shop? He goes, boy, you two act like you lost your best friend. In some ways, we did. So it's Sunday evening. It's about 10 to 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I think I did too much yesterday. I am tired today. So I have the car almost all packed. I am taking off in the morning and going to Tennessee. And then I'll go through Tennessee to go to Missouri. So, what can I tell you? I have a few things. So, in the comments, if anybody wants to tell me about their old stores that are no longer open, like I mentioned, Caldors. I remember all the different stores. I went on the internet and looked at different stores that had closed. Corvettes, Gimbals. I grew up going to Gimbals because my mother was from Pennsylvania, Philadelphia. And Orbax. Orbax was my favorite store when I was in high school. I always found nice things to wear in Orbax. I could go on and on. So, I haven't done any trivia. And today's birthday is David Beckham. He was born in 1975. He's only a couple years older than my son. What do you know? And Catherine the Great was born on May the 2nd in 1729 and died in 1796. And Dwayne Johnson. You know, I don't know if I've seen any movies with him. I know he's a big star, but he was born in 1974. And this is weird trivia for today. On this day in 1941, General Mills began shipping, they called it Cheerios, to different test markets. I tell you, it's a stretch when they do this trivia stuff. It was later renamed Cheerios. And for years, it was just plain Cheerios. I like plain Cheerios, but until they came out with Honey Nut Cheerios in 1979. And now Honey Nut Cheerios outsells the plain Cheerios. I prefer the plain Cheerios. I don't like the Honey Nut Cheerios, but that's me. I like Cheerios though. I like oat cereal, like oatmeal. I like all that stuff. And yesterday, on May 1st, we missed May 1st. The Empire State Building was officially opened on May 1st in 1931. My son's office, the company he worked for, the office was in the Empire State Building. And then they moved, and now COVID, and they haven't been back to the office. My brother was in there the other day. He does moving, professional commercial moving, I should say, not professional. He works professionally. He does commercial business moving for the company he works for, and he was in the Empire State Building the other day, and he says it's really empty. They were moving somebody out of there, or no, they weren't moving somebody out of there. They were getting something, one of the offices ready for people to come back. But he's been moving people in, moving people out. I always said he should have went into logistics, not just the moving, because he can arrange moving, you know. He's very good at that. He used to be the company's piano man. He moved all the pianos, you know. You ever see them hoisting pianos through windows, things like that? He could do that. So, but it's only, you know, I get full-time, part-time. I don't know how often he works. He's still very strong. He collects his Social Security and he still works. So, anyway, back to May 1st, 1931, when the Empire State Building was officially opened. President Hoover turned on the lights remotely from Washington, D.C., and there was a celebration on the 86th floor with some 350 guests, including the governor of New York at that time, Franklin D. Roosevelt. And of course, he later became president. But unfortunately, a dense fog rolled in and they couldn't see anything. And that reminded me of when I went to San Francisco and I kept trying to see the Golden Gate Bridge. And every time I went to go see it, a fog came in. I finally got it was partly clear, and then the fog came in, so I did see it. And I got some photos too. But you know, when that fog comes in, you can't see anything. A B-52 bomber hit the Empire State Building in 1945 due to a fog again. The guy was trying to reach LaGuardia Airport, hit the Empire State Building. The pilot was killed as well as 2 other crewmen and 11 people inside the building. It hit the 79th, between the 79th and 78th floor. And a 4-alarm fire broke out, but it was extinguished in 40 minutes, so that was good. And of course, a lot of people know the Empire State Building from King Kong with Fay Wray, where he was on top of the building holding Fay Wray in his hands. Good old King Kong. I don't know, anybody, okay, now I'm going to show my age. And this came out before, I'm sure this came out before I was born. I'm not sure if the movie came out. Mighty Joe Young. I don't know if anybody remembers that old movie, Mighty Joe Young, and it was about a big ape. But I always liked that movie, Mighty Joe Young. And, okay, May 2nd, the positive quotation today is loving ourselves. You yourself as much as anybody in the entire universe deserve your love and affection. That's from Buddha. No one is harder on us than we are on ourselves. That's true. We see only our physical flaws when we look in the mirror. Remember only our mistakes when we look back on the day we just spent. We sometimes beat ourselves up even when we've done nothing wrong. And yet others like us. Some even love us. Isn't that amazing? What do they see in us that we don't? It's good to be honest with ourselves, but we also should be kind. We can give both love and affection to others if we start with love and affection for ourselves. So the affirmation for today is, I am a good person trying to do the best I can. I will remember this and be as nice to myself as I will try to be to others. And tomorrow, the theme is from failure to success. Success is the ability to go from one failure to another with no loss of enthusiasm. And that's from Sir Winston Churchill. How quickly we can get discouraged. We try something once, it doesn't work, and we give up. If Thomas Edison had acted this way, we might not have had the light bulb until many years later. If the Wright brothers had given up after a crash or two, plane travel might have been delayed by years. Instead, Edison and the Wright brothers and countless other innovators throughout history persisted through their failures until they finally succeeded. So the affirmation is, I don't succeed at everything I try, and that's okay. What's important is I keep trying. It's true. So I'm getting ready for my trip, and I know one of the questions in all those questions about yarn is, do you keep scraps? You want to see my scraps? I put them all in one big bag. Isn't that ridiculous? I had them in, I was going through my stuff trying to get ready and saying, okay, I have to bring a crocheting project with me and a knitting project. So I started this sweater, and you're supposed to do 2 rows of, use a thicker yarn and a very thin yarn, or you can, whatever adds up to the same thickness. I have it on size, I think these are size 11 needles. And so far, this is what I have done. This is going to be the back. So I'm going to use all this different yarn. It's really going to be an unusual sweater, but I'll wear it. I don't care. I have to try. I'm going to do the sleeves 2 at a time, though, because I'm going to get them a little bit even with the colors. I mean, the front and the back can be totally different, but I think the sleeves should be a little coordinated, don't you think? Maybe not. But I think it would be more balanced that way. But that's the way I'm thinking. I haven't gotten to the sleeves yet, though. I'm just starting the back. So that's about it. That's my knitting project, my crocheting project. I'm still working on that blanket. I'm really trying to make it fit a twin-size bed. Oh, yesterday, I have to tell you this. As you can see, my wardrobe is still here. The lady who was supposed to buy it never came through. But the Salvation Army came, they picked up most of the things I had, even the rugs. But they didn't take my mattress. They said it was stained. I couldn't see what they were talking about. But I wasn't going to argue with them. So I have the mattress, the bed frame, and then I had a pedestal table that was, the bar chairs needed a little work. They didn't want them. Plus the pedestal table, because it had a little chip in the finishing. So I said, what am I going to do? So I went back on Facebook, and I was giving away anyway. So I put for free, within 5 minutes of putting the pedestal table and the chairs on Facebook, I had 20 people, no exaggeration. One right after another, boom, 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 boom. Is it available? Is it available? Is it available? Is it available? After a while, I lost count who was first. Well, not entirely. I was down between 3 people. I lost count between those 3 people who was first. But one lady among the first that answered said, I can come right now. Come. I said to her, come. So she came with her husband and her son. She picked it up. He said, no, I can fix this. This is no problem. So that was gone. And then the mattress I put up, I didn't get as many people answering, but I got a good number. But one guy said, I have a truck, I can pick it up at 3:30. I said, good. So the mattress and the frame is gone. So I'm gonna wait till I come back to see what to do about the wardrobe. I still have it on Facebook Marketplace for sale. See if anybody takes a nibble. Probably if I lower the price. And if worst comes to worst comes to worst, is that a word? Or is that a phrase? I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. But I'll give it away. I have another pickup scheduled, but I don't know if they're going to come and just pick up a wardrobe. So I think I'm going to wait. I have until I come back from Missouri for that. I think I'll just wait if somebody wants to buy it, if I can get a couple dollars for it, because I'm not going to take it with me. It's not worth it. It's not really even real good wood. And I don't know what I'm gonna find in all my travels. So I will take you guys along on the road if you don't mind. All right, have a good night, everybody. I'll see you maybe tomorrow, maybe the next day. Bye.